Nobody could predict what will happen, but I'm going to tell you what I think is going to go down, brother. You could not tell me nobody could predict that this dude will be sitting on trial for his life. Everybody is saying it's Gene Deal's fault. It's Gene Deal who did this. People want to shut me up and people want me to be quiet. He got friends in high places still. That's a possibility. And here we go. Say hello to the bad guy here, because I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
The man who once protected Diddy is now ready to deliver a final judgment on the empire he witnessed being built. Is he a man with a grudge, or is he simply telling the truth? You be the judge. Gene Deal was deep inside the world of Sean Diddy. Combs, he saw everything, and just hours earlier, he made a bold prediction about the outcome of Diddy's trial.
For me to have a prediction like I got a crystal ball or I want something to happen, I'm going to tell you my predictions, but I want to say this first, if you allow me to. This journey didn't start in 2018 when I came to YouTube and I started talking about Bad Boy and Diddy and his character. This journey started right after the Notorious Big was murdered. And even before then, when I started talking about Puff's character and the dude that he was, it was after Big got murdered. Even though I was still working for Bad Boy, I still was talking about who this cat was. So now I came here to this internet to talk about this dude's character. It's nothing I said that could have landed that dude in jail. Any of those secrets would probably die with me. Nobody knew, Mighty. Nobody knew before the federal government came in and hit Puff with those charges that any of this would have ever happened. Nobody could predict what will happen, but I'm going to tell you what I think is going to go down.
Gene doesn't mince words. He praises the prosecution for their clear and effective explanation of the complex charges, which helped the jury grasp the seriousness of the allegations.
Prosecution, let's start with them. They did a great job. They did a great job in explaining. They explained everything that Puff did. The drug trafficking, having people bring him drugs, having people taken from their home, sitting up for hours in warehouses, being beaten of women, holding women over balconies, offering people money, selling lawsuits, things that he wasn't supposed to be guilty of, but he quick to settle them, quick to offer people money. The prosecution did that whole thing. They went through that whole gambit. This guy's not a good guy. This guy's behavior is detrimental to society.
However, he criticizes Diddy's attorneys, saying their strategy backfired and caused more harm than good. He believes their courtroom silence spoke volumes.
Here we go. We got the defense. The defense who did Diddy dirty. He paid them all that money for them to tell him, literally just say, okay, Cassie got $20 million out the deal. She's not a victim. These people came back to work because they loved him. What they didn't understand is that you had a guy that was in power and he wasn't really a music mogul no more. He wasn't a music mogul. They was trying to pull, this music mogul. No, he did this to himself and his defense didn't help him. They made these stories. They said these things that these people loved him. Cassie got paid. You know why they didn't call nobody? His narcissistic ass would have got bombed on by those 6 white girls. Those girls would have tore his ass up, his narcissistic ass, because he was going to have to explain everything he did. Do you have a sick fetish with lubricant, baby oil? He would have to explain all of that. He wouldn't have been able to defend himself.
Gene gave his thoughts on both the defense and the prosecution before offering his prediction on the final verdict. You won't hear this forecast anywhere else. Gene believes that the calendar not. Just the facts may hold the real key to the jury's decision.
Say hello to the bad guy here. Because you want to make me out the bad guy. Because I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. My prediction on this, what I believe is going to go down, the trial, if it happens before the 4th of July, he might have a chance. If it goes after the 4th of July, that means those jurors are taking their job seriously. They have went down and took the judge's instructions and said, we're not going to let this MF go.
Keep this in mind if you're tempted to dismiss Gene's predictions. He accurately foresaw Diddy's September arrest back in the summer of 2024.
I believe he's coming in September. They couldn't go nowhere around in September or whatever like that, so maybe around in September something will happen. And watch how many documentaries and how many YouTubers and everybody gonna talk about it and everything like that. But it is what it is.
And guess what?
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed.
The conversation quickly turns personal, cutting through the legal analysis and striking an emotional chord. With firm conviction, Gene Deal declares, Diddy is not a member of society. It's a powerful, almost shocking statement, especially coming from someone who once stood at Diddy's side, privy to his most private moments and inner workings. For Gene to say that speaks volumes, not just about Diddy's alleged actions, but about the moral lines he believes were crossed long ago. His tone doesn't come off as bitter, it comes off as someone who's finally unburdening the truth he's carried for years.
Unless we're sure, unless we're positive, we're not going to put him back on the streets unless we know for sure that we could be safe. They're not going to find him guilty if it happens before the 4th. If it happened after the 4th, I predict that they're going to find him guilty. You might want to say, well, that's not giving me your opinion, G. You're not telling me what you really think. But I am. I spent 27 years of my life, man, trying to keep guys out of jail. When I was with Puff, I would do the same thing to him. No, bro. Nah, let's move. Don't do this. Let's get involved. Nah, let's move from here. Let's move.
Yet even as he delivers this damning judgment, Gene pauses to express something rarely heard in this saga: compassion. He acknowledges the innocent lives entangled in this chaos, particularly the children, who didn't choose this world but now must live in its aftermath. Still, Gene is clear while empathy for the family is human, it cannot override justice. He believes the jury must and will rise above emotion, because their role isn't to protect the legacy of a public figure, it's to uphold accountability. In his view, this case isn't just about celebrity downfall, it's about drawing the line between power and responsibility. And for once, he says, that line is finally being drawn. He states that Diddy's time has come, the moment when he must face the consequences of all the pain he has caused others. The bodyguard has spoken, the prediction has been made. Now, we wait.